Well, good evening and welcome to Jen Cares, powered by Children Counselors. I'm your host, Jen Cares, and the founder of Children Counselors, a nonprofit organization that seeks to inspire, motivate, empower, and strengthen individuals and families. As always, I want to thank you so very much for tuning in, for liking, for sharing, for rewatching, and all that jazz. I truly do love and appreciate you all because without you, there'd be no us. So thank you so very much. A special thanks to Lydia Robinson of Snapco, James Brown, DJ MVP, Maurice Williams of Born with Purpose, and Michael Harris of Project Hope. I hope I said that right. For joining us last month for our It Takes a Village series. It was such a great time and great talk about some needed conversations. So if you missed the episode, be sure to catch a replay on our YouTube channel or right here on our Facebook page. Tonight, we kick off our September series, A Different World. And tonight's session is You've Got Options. Why? Because everybody doesn't go to college. And I want you to know what your options are. Then we'll have some friends from the Divine Nine talk about Greek life. And then we'll close out with Dr. Cynthia Chestnut to talk about culture shock. It's going to be amazing. So buckle your seatbelts and let's go. Tonight's episode is based on finding your way, your way. See, as I said, everybody does not go to college. And guess what? That's okay. Tonight, my friends from Philadelphia Technician Training Institute is going to share some trade school options. Because guess what? We need everybody, all hands on deck. Last week, it takes a village. But guess what? Tonight, we're finding out that village can do different things in the village. And we need each and every one of you. So let's learn how to educate ourselves and get connected with the skill of choice. As shared, tonight's guest is Nicole Powers of Philadelphia Technician Training Institute. Please help me welcome Miss Nicole.
Hi guys, good night. Hi, good evening rather. Hi Jen. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for just being willing to come on and being open to it. I truly do appreciate it. How are you doing?
I'm good. Yourself, girl?
I won't complain. So over here, we always start with a quote of the day. And today's quote of the day is, never be afraid to try something new. Remember, amateurs built the Ark, but professionals built the Titanic. This quote is unknown, but it says again, never be afraid to try something new. Remember, amateurs built the Ark, but professionals built the Titanic. What are your thoughts on that, Nicole?
Oh, wow. Speaks volumes. It tells you that the little guy can win, in my mind. Yes. That, anything is possible. You don't have to be, quote unquote, a professional to get it right, because professionals can sometimes get it wrong.
Yes. And that's what it's all about, knowing that now again, we appreciate our doctors and things of that sort, but it's again some other things that we need. And even guess what? Doctors get it wrong too sometimes. Mechanics get it wrong too sometimes. So we all get it wrong. But guess what? We're human. But the thing is to never be afraid of whatever that is that you want to do. Oh, thank you so much for sharing. So as always, chosen friends, I have prepared some questions to guide tonight's topic. But you could always share a question, drop a comment below because it's about to get good. So Nicole, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Senior AR for Philadelphia Technician Training Institute. As we previously spoken, I also run the Summer Drive program, which is something we do to give back to the community. We call it Drive or Move, depending on the year and the age group we're dealing with. But it's something we do in the summer where we run a series of workshops for youth or reentry citizens to give them the opportunity to get some of the tools that they need to be a little bit more successful in life. Additionally, I am a mother. My most important job ever. Yes. I'm going down with the ship. The ship is probably never going down at Philadelphia Technician Training Institute because we do so many amazing things and so much for the community and those who we are empowered and blessed to be of service to.
Yes.
But I'm in for the long haul. We have a great thing going, and I'm just happy to be part of what it is we have going.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I was sharing before we came on that I met someone from your organization, and I was like, "This is amazing. People need to know about this." And then it's funny, it was like maybe I didn't know because then I saw the bus with the sign on it and things of that sort. But I wanted to make sure my children friends know about it because it's amazing things that you're all doing, and it's been in existence. How long has it been?
So Philadelphia Technician Training Institute is going on 10 years of service. We originally started at a very small campus, which is our auto campus. We have two locations, our auto campus on Ogans Avenue, and that is just for the auto program only. They have the base, they can fix the cars and things like that. And then we have 19th and Girard, which to those who are historic Philadelphians, they know that as the Marine Institute. And so now we own that building. And it was very important for my owners to purchase that building. Berean, for a very long time, I don't know if you knew, Jen, or not, was the only African-American owned school in the entire state of PA where you can get Title IV funding, which is financial aid. For those who don't know, the only school that you could get financial aid at. They never owned the building, but they were there renting the space, leasing the space, and they were African-American owned school in the community for a very long time. They went out of business. We, Philadelphia Technician Training Institute, purchased the building, and we are now the only African-American owned school in the entire state of PA where you can get Title IV funding at.
The only African American
One in the entire school where you can go get a trade or any post-secondary education at any level in the entire state of PA. There's one African-American owned school, and that is us.
Wow. So, over here, I mean, I do toot our horn a little bit because I really enjoy being able to put us on display to show that we are doing the dang thing. And the only one in Pennsylvania? Come on now.
Yes, we have two African-American owners, two business partners. Sherman is an engineering Drexel grad. His business partner, Don, started out in the auto industry and has his degree and certifications in the auto industry. And they came together, started something small at Ogans, and just have built it into this amazing thing that we have now, which allows me to be in my position and do what I do and help others and give back and enrich the lives of Philadelphians all across our Philadelphia County.
I know that just took all up another night. Like my heart is smiling so much to just know, like, we are doing the thing. Kudos to your program. Thank you so much. I love that they took on the building to keep that history going.
Yep,
keep
that was very much it.
It means so much.
Just
to be able to say, hey, if you did it, I could do it too.
Yeah, and we're going to do it even better.
Even better. Right. So amazing. So I have a question. Did you go to college? Like, what was your experience after high school?
So I did, and I fumbled through, and it took me a while. I didn't have the traditional path. I originally went to Drexel, did not make it, dropped out, and then ended up going back. So you have to figure, my story is one of nothing is traditional, right? If you look at my life, it's the funniest thing ever. I tell people I kind of like tripped and fell my way through this oasis, right? Yes. So life is a bunch of twists and turns, and no one gets it right. And my message to my students all the time is, don't let anyone tell you they got it right from the gate, because they're a lie. We all make mistakes, be it we're not doing good and we are failing our freshman year, or other things go on financially, or whatever it may be. We all make mistakes, and my message is constantly is not what you go through, but what you get through. So nobody cares about who fell down. We all care about the hero story of who got back up and knocked them out, right? So that's who we're always rooting for. And so I see that in each individual that I am empowered or kind of blessed or chosen, no pun intended on your topic, to kind of help. And so that's what we do at Philadelphia Technician Training Institute. We do an amazing job of helping and kind of taking this wraparound approach for those who come to our school. We are a nonprofit. So that also gives us a different twist than any of the other trades that are out there, because we are a not-for-profit. And we offer a lot of services that post-secondary schools, Jen, do not offer. We have transportation assistance. Our students are entitled to a free weekly transpass to get to and from school. While they're in the program, they just have to keep their attendance above 80%. We offer lunch bags to go. So if you don't have lunch money, we don't want you in school with an empty stomach all day. There's to go pick up lunch bags and bottles of waters and Gatorades on the lower level for students to kind of pick up and grab and go and keep it moving. And we run a food pantry. So you can come as a student in Philadelphia Technician Training Institute and say, I have no meats, and we'll open up their freezer and you'll get anything from steaks to chickens to whatever it is. Canned goods, dry goods, pastas, wheats, grains, vegetables, fresh vegetables. So we have a lot of amazing things that we do, because the thought process is the students who we typically get are not your average student. They've come through something, they've had some type of adverse thing happen in their life, or some tragedy or trauma or something. So we understand that they need a little bit more to get them to the finish line. And the finish line is golden because there's so much opportunity out there for our students once they complete. You're talking a 6-month program, or one of the programs 8 months, and you're leaving the program making anywhere from 19 to 26 to even sometimes $32 an hour starting for giving 6 months of your life. So it's just an amazing thing.
6 months or 8 months. Wait, when you said so many nuggets, because you said that these brothers came together and they offer transportation, so you have no excuse of why you can't go to class.
None. We removed that. It's off the board. You can't afford to get to school. That's not the thing.
You feed these babies with lunch.
Yes. Hello.
This because we giving good information. Hold on.
What happened? You kind of froze. Yeah, you back. We're back.
So sorry. So this is the enemy. I'm gonna blame on, but it's not the enemy. It's get it together. Because this is good information that we giving. Hold on. Of all the days we want to act little funky, don't do this. RCN, get it together. See, I'm gonna need a black-owned company to take over my internet right here. So wait, you said let me recap this. We got transportation, so there's no excuse why somebody can't get to class. Tell me about that a little bit more.
Okay, so what we do for our students is that we offer weekly transpasses from SEPTA to get you to and from school for the entire length of your program. We ask that you get to school the first week, and then after the first week, you're eligible for weekly transpasses. But in special cases, if you have a situation, we're going to help you the first week. When you're coming back and forth for like financial aid appointments and different things that you might have to make it into, and you call and you're like, oh, I can't get there, I don't have transportation, no worries. We'll send one of our PTTI vehicles to pick you up. And then we'll just give you bus passes to get back home, or either have the PTTI vehicle circle back, depending on what runs he's doing, to take you back home. If you live out in the county, we get county passes. If you live in New Jersey, we'll put up the extra ante to get you the PATCO pass. Like, whatever it needs that we need to do to make sure that you get to the finish line is our approach. We want to wrap our arms around you. PTTI isn't just a school. We have a lot of places that are schools, or we're a community, we're a family. And so when you sign up, when you enroll with me and some of my counterparts and team members, we say, welcome to the PTTI family. And we say that happily, because that's exactly what's happening. You are joining a community. You are joining a family, and we are family strong and family first at PTTI.
And the Bible say, when I was hungry, you fed me. You said you also give out food to the babies?
Yes. So we do lunch bags every day. Pre-COVID, we were giving out like cooked meals where you can like heat up and stuff like that. So now we try to just make it stuff that can just grab and go. But we give out lunch every day. It'll have a fruit in there. It'll have something to eat, be it a sandwich or a cup of noodles or whatever it is that's in there that's your main meal. And then you'll have a beverage as well. Every single day, those bags, and a snack. It's some chips or tortillas or whatever it is. It's a full little lunch bag put together for you.
And then, so you got me there. You gave me lunch. And if I need some food to take home, you got a food pantry.
Oh, yeah. We run a food pantry, which is the thing I'm most proud about with my owners. we don't want anyone suffering from food deficiency. Like, we don't, that's not a thing. It shouldn't be a thing.
Yes.
And if you are eating at lunch at school, but you are going home because, I'm sorry, my hair's blowing in my face from the air conditioner, I apologize. And you're going home to a family, and you guys don't have anything in the freezer, there's no milk in the fridge. How can you focus on school when my family is literally going hungry? So we don't want that. We want you to take these boxes of grains and canned goods home with pastas and meat sauces and whatever. We want you to stock up your grocery bags out of the freezer and get, if you eat pork, I'm not a pork eater, but no judgment. You can get a ham, you can get some chickens, you can get wings, whatever. We got meat in the freezers, and take home some fresh produce, which you have like celery, onions, eggplants in them. We got nice produce boxes that we give away. Just amazing. I'm very privileged and blessed to work for an amazing duo. And when I tell you amazing, I mean amazing. Like, so much thought has gone into not just our programming piece, which is elite within itself, but what it is that the community that we're servicing truly needs to get to the finish line. Yes. And so we do this, and in my mind, we do it the best. We do it very, very well.
Y'all do. Y'all do. Because y'all providing food, transportation. Mama Wanda, hey, Mama Wanda. Mama said there is no excuse. There is no excuse why anybody can't finish. Now, Clasita, you're going to love this. This is the only African-American school in Pennsylvania. I feel like I need to be an automator or something like that, because I'm just overwhelmed and excited for what they are doing. Clasita's question is, how many children attend this school?
So we don't do children. We're post-secondary education. So these are grown men and women. So right now our numbers are teetering somewhere at about 260 between both campuses that are enrolled. So typically we teeter somewhere around that at any given time. But at any given time, a large portion of that would be at their externship. So they're kind of out the building, maybe 80 at a time or on externship, and the rest are rotating schedules between the day schedule and the night schedule between the two different campuses.
Got it. So what's the age range of those that could come?
So it's crazy. So we have 17-year-olds who started school early, graduated early, and we have 62-year-olds. Right. So, the age range is vast. Unfortunately, life, they may have not always made the best decisions earlier on, which prompted them to have, criminal, cases or whatever, but they're out there free now and they're trying to find their way. And so that's what we're there for. And so that age ranges, and we're always, we take them as they come. So we take you as you come.
This has been amazing so far. I mean, I didn't even get into most of my questions, but you have already blown me away with what you have said. I feel like I need to meet this duo. I need you to just know my name. I need to know your face.
Come on down, girl. Come on down. I'm back in the building Wednesday. Come on down.
I'm here to come visit. This is like amazing. Y'all are doing amazing work. How many of my friends is watching? Did y'all know about this program and y'all didn't tell me? If you know somebody that could benefit, 17 to 62. And if you want to be 63 and up, you'd like to come over too. What are the programs that you offer? Let's talk about that.
So we offer, our original program was auto. So we teach automotive technology. It's a 6-month program. We have welding, another 6-month program. And the nice thing about our welding program, well, let me go back to auto first. Okay. So our auto students not only learn how to fix and electrical troubleshoot the cars and all of that stuff, we also get them certified to be able to do PA safety and emissions inspections, which is nice. So for some students, that's just a job within itself. For others, it's a side hustle. So it really just depends on where they see themselves. But you do have the ability to get PA safety and emissions inspected, certified by the time you complete the program.
Very nice.
And I always boast with my auto program, that is the one program that if you have a valid driver's license, we have 100% placement rate of our auto students in jobs. We are rock now. There isn't an auto student who leaves because it's so many cars and so much of high demand that there's so much opportunity out there for them. And it's overwhelming opportunity that we can't even keep up. So then we have our welding program. Our welding program, we have the largest welding center of any school on the East Coast. Our welding program has about 90 booths down there. We teach you 4 different types of welding that you can get American Welding Standards certified in. And you want to get American Welding Standards certified so that you can be able to get into the union if you choose to, or any city, state, or local or federal contracts for jobs. They want you to be AWS. So we do offer that. In addition to those 4 different types of welding, we have 2 other types of welding that we teach them. And then we teach them CNC operations so they can do like plasma cutting and fabrication, which is amazing. That is how, when you make something out of the metal, like railings, bases of furniture, grills, your grill that you grill on is all fabricated. It's metal put together into a shape. That's taught in the program, as well as blueprint reading. So we are rocking it out with welding. We give them all the gear. Again, let's remove excuses. All of our program, if you need supplies, with auto, you're getting your steel toe boots and your safety goggles. With welding, you're getting all of your welding gear, your helmet, your steel toe boots, your welding jacket, your shin guards, your welding gloves, your hair cover, your safety goggles. All of that stuff is given to you in the welding program. So again, we're removing all the excuses. Everyone, we just want you to show up. Just show up, and we got you.
And if I get myself there the first week, you're going to make sure I get there to the end of the program.
To the door, all the way through your externship. And if you need help the first couple of weeks into your job, you don't have money put aside to get to work, we got you. You can come on, get down to the transpass. We want you to get to work.
Oh. All right, that's auto, that's welding. This is good.
So then we have something called manufacturing automation, which is Sherman, one of my owners. This is his baby. He wrote this curriculum, this program. He was an engineer for years, and he saw how there was a lot of people who worked underneath the engineers who did not have a degree, who made pretty good money. And, as a community, historically, us as African Americans, we were kind of boxed out of those jobs, right? Mm-hmm. So he wrote this curriculum. He said, I'm going to teach them this. I'm going to teach them what they need to know to go get these jobs at like Coca-Cola or any factory where they use manufacturing automation. But it's also an industrial electrician program. So you learn residential wiring, commercial wiring. But the neat thing about our program is like an electrician on steroids. We teach you electronics and like programming logic controls, the light robotics, and all that manufacturing technology, the automated technology you will find in any type of warehouse or manufacturing setting, Amazon, Coca-Cola, wherever we use automation. We teach our students how to troubleshoot, rewire, and get that bad boy up and running.
Whew.
So those students, they typically do really well when they start working out in the field financially. That's one of our highest paid programs. Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
So after that, we have steam sprinkler and pipe fitting, which is kind of a branch off of welding, where you learn 2 different types of welding in it, but you also learn pipe fitting and sprinkler. And I don't mean sprinkler like the front lawn. I mean sprinkler like fire suppression systems. If the building was to catch on fire, the sprinklers that would go on from the ceilings above and kind of douse everything. A lot of people don't know that. Historically, it's another position that as African Americans we're usually boxed out of, but they are the highest paid on any construction site. And the reason is, Jen, is because if it burns down, what are we building for? So the sprinkler guys go in, and typically hourly, they are the highest paid, because we can build, pave, move, whatever. Yes. But if it burns down tomorrow because someone's smoking a cigarette, then all this was for nothing. So it's an amazing program. They learn some welding in there. There's some light plumbing done at the end with piping and fixtures and things like that. Very light plumbing, but mostly an industrial type of pipe fitting person you would be when you go out and start your career. So then we have our concrete program. So when you come by, you'll see we got a lot of toys. We call them the Taka toys on the property. So we have our own dump trucks, and we have our own backhoes, which you dig into the ground and pull up a bunch of dirt. And backhoes are the big orange machines, and you'll see them riding through the street with the big digger thing on the front, very slow. We also have bobcats. Our students are certified in those, and in-house certification during the course of this concrete framing and masonry program. So they learn like concrete mixing, stucco, bricklaying, cement jobs for sidewalks. All of that stuff is taught to them, pointing, all of that. But they also get that additional, in addition to OSHA. All of our programs, with the exception of our healthcare program, are OSHA certified. And we don't give like an OSHA 10 like most schools. We give you the OSHA 30, which you'll need to be able to be on that construction site and considered a professional.
Wow.
Yeah. And so our last program is our central processing. It's our healthcare course. It's called Central Processing and Service. In a hospital there, it's called CPS, or AKA sterilization. And so we teach you how to decontaminize, sterilize, package, track and transport all of the instruments that are reusable in a healthcare setting. And so those students go on to take an ISHM certification. That's our one program that's 8 months. But in 8 months, you're making anywhere from $19 to $26 an hour to start. And we have excellent placement rates. And we have 100% pass rate right now of our students who take that ISHM certification.
I need a horn because I need to toot this horn just a little bit out. Like, y'all is doing it. Like, what?
Yes.
6 months or 8 months, and then I could go into the field and make some money?
Yes. And we have career service placement. So we have people, professionals there who work with you. Part of every single program, no matter which one you're in, a part of it is career development. And you have to get through career development towards the end of your program before you go on your externship, where you get your resume done. You do interview prep, and we take you through so you're ready to go out there and represent. And just like how to get through and facilitate and dress, and all of that's taught to you. So then at the end, when you're done your externship that we place you in and get you industry experience, each program has an externship where you get industry experience before you complete the program. When it's time for us to place you or for you to look for work, we have a career service department that works hand in hand with our students to get them placed.
I am overwhelmed, a good overwhelmed. Like, like what? Amazing. Like, you are guiding everywhere anybody needs to go.
Right. We're trying.
Y'all need to reach out to them. Somebody's asking what is the school called. This school is called Philadelphia Technician Training Institute.
Yep. And my name's Nicole Powers. I'm the senior AR for the admissions team. And my direct email address is npowers@ptt.edu. And my cell phone number, I don't Google Voice my students. This is my real cell phone. I've had it for 17 years. Is area code 856-426-6600. So if you know anyone who we could help, if we can help you, just reach out to me directly on my cell phone. Give me a call. Typically, my hours are 7 to about 3, 7 to 4 every day. And we'll get you scheduled and we'll get you in because we're doing amazing things. And there's a lot of opportunity out there right now, a lot that we just don't know about, that we're boxed out of because of lack of knowledge or information.
Lack of knowledge and information. You are giving the information today, ma'am. Nicole Powers, I put her phone number, her email down there. Y'all screenshot it so you can get it to tell a friend, okay? Because friends need some help. Yes, Sandy, she said, I just tuned in, but this sounds amazing and I need to meet them. I need to meet them too, Sandy. Like, what?
Come on down, Sandra. Email me. We can connect. I'm always looking to connect.
Yeah. So, and the crazy part is, I'm always advocating for something. If I find someone new, I want somebody else to know, like, oh, you don't want to go to school? You should check out Philadelphia Technician Training Institute. They're going to hook you up.
So, PTTI.
Oh, my goodness. Like, 6 months or 8 months. Now I have a question. So after they finish their schooling, how does the process for like recertification and things of that sort?
So recertification, once you get a certification, typically, so if you get American Welding Standard certified for welding, you get your PA safety and emissions inspections for auto, you get an ISHM for CPS. Mm-hmm. It's up to you to kind of pay that annual fee to keep your certification going, because no different than like with nursing licenses or CNA licenses, if you let it lapse, then you got to start all over again. You don't want to do that. So you just, once you get it, you just want to keep it and make sure you stay on top of, even with your OSHA, when whatever small fee may be due to keep your certification valid. Now, the one great thing that we do is our doors are always open to alumni, never closed. So if you are, we've had students that graduated like 3-4 years ago to call like, Miss Nicole, I got a TIG interview for welding next week. And I come in and practice. I'm like, sure, come on in. You come in between 12 and 7 on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Practice your little heart out. We want you to get the job. So we don't close our doors to our students ever. Our alumni are always welcome. And there is no expiration on job placement assistance. You could have graduated 7 years ago. Career service is open to you, and they work for you still to this day.
I love this. You know, my college that I pay money to go to don't even do that for me. They ask me, can I donate to the alumni?
Right. That's what you get an email asking for money. That's it.
Or they told me, you text me like, hey, Jen, how you doing? I'm like, okay, y'all trying to check and see how I'm doing. No, they want to know if I can get them some coins. And it looked like y'all are still pouring out.
We're trying.
Into the people.
We're trying. So we also have this neat thing. One of the partners started was Urban Navigation, which is kind of like our sister company. And Urban Navigation is attempting to address the violence here in the city. So we have that going. And so when I tell you, it's amazing to work for individuals who are always saying, always thinking, realistically, honestly, sincerely, how can I help? What needs to be done? What impact can we be? I'll come in like, oh, I got this idea. I want to do this. I want to run this program here for the summer. I want to teach some conflict resolution or interview prep or, introduce them to school or whatever. And their reentry guys, go for it. Use the building. You got it. So it's just an amazing thing that we have going. And I'm always excited to tell people about it because it's so real. Like it's not fake. It's so real. And those are the words I always use for it. It's a real tangible thing. It's real.
Yes. And you see the fruits of your labor. It's funny you said we're trying, and you said sometimes they're like, no, you doing, sis.
I try to be modest, Jen, but I'm gonna tell you, we blowing these other trade schools out the water because what we do here is no one else is doing it. One, they're for profit, so they really don't have they're trying to bring as much money in at the end of the year, and we're saying, hey, we're nonprofit. We're trying to pour as much money back into the business every year. So it's a different mindset. So it's nice to work for a nonprofit that it's real. They care, and we're active in the community at so many fronts.
Yes. Clasita said, y'all doing it Jesus way. That's it. Y'all really helping the people.
We're trying, Clasita.
Now, no trying, y'all doing it. Look, I'm gonna say they doing it. Y'all better hook up with them because they know what they're doing. They professionals.
We're trying.
They professionals. That's amazing. Like, the small dream has blown up into this big, not one building, but two buildings.
Right. And we're on our way to our third.
I believe it.
We're breaking ground on the property as we speak. We're on our way about to put up a third building right on our property, which is just amazing to see. We are growing. We started with a small auto program that targeted mostly well-fitted work population and very small tuition. And then we've grown into getting a Department of Ed license, getting, Title IV funding, getting additional programs. And we're looking to add a couple more programs in the next year or two.
I believe it. I believe this about to be the only African-American owned university.
Hopefully.
Y'all know it. Oh, like, you never know who's around you. They talk about entertaining angels unaware. Sometimes we are ignoring gems that are right here doing what they got to do to help you rather do the things that you're trying to do. And this is a gem in the heart of Philadelphia. Friends. I mean, if you're in Jersey, they're going to help you. If you're in the county, they're going to help you. If you're in Philadelphia, they're going to help you. You just got to come the first week, and then they're going to help you to get there every day after.
Yeah, we need to see it.
They're going to feed you. Like,
right. What? We just want to see some small investment for you that you're committed to the program, and we have no problem then pouring into you the investment you need to get through the program. And that's just the mindset there.
So, all right, let's talk about it. How much does it cost to come see your program? What are
tuition for the 6-month programs is $18,200. For our 8-month program, tuition is $23,000. But again, we offer federal financial aid for all of the programs. The max any student would ever have in student loans for any of our programs would be $9,500. The rest of it is typically grants.
Pause. Wait a minute. What?
The rest is typically grants. So we help our students get grants. We apply through FAFSA. And the max, we won't let any student leave our school. And where we have the ability to go dip into another FAFSA year or whatever and get more loan, we don't do it. So the owners are very conscious about that and like, nope, that's it. Whatever they can take out for one student loan, that's it. So if we got to eat the loss, whatever we got to do, the max in student loans is $9,500. So that's the thing that I'm always very proud to share because there's a lot of trade schools where people leave $14,000, $15,000, $18,000 in debt because they have an 8-month program, so they dipped into 2 years of FAFSA maybe to get student loans. Nope.
I need y'all to talk to some of my HBCUs because they didn't offer me that. She got some loans at yin yang, and we think you were paying them. But like, what? You gonna help me find a grant to keep me in school? Y'all gonna give me transportation and feed me? And y'all got a food pantry that I can take real food home? Like, what?
Yeah, so we do. It's a really good. When I first walked into PTTI, so I clicked my heels in and I was like, what? I know I said like I wanted to give back to my community, but what? Yes. And then I sat down and I talked to my direct manager, Leon Christian, and then I spoke with Sherman, who is one of the owners. And I was like, they are really doing it to some point, because I'm shopping. I'm looking for a new job and I'm employed. I'm shopping, right? So I'm like, they are really doing some amazing things. So Jen, it's the craziest story. I came at 8:00 in the morning because I'm an early bird. I came at 8:00 in the morning for an interview. I did not leave PTTI until 1:15 p.m. I was there for 5 hours. They ordered lunch. They like, we got Boston Market coming, girl. You want lunch?
Oh my goodness.
You ain't going nowhere. And I'm not going nowhere from that day on. I was like, fine.
Like it was a match made in heaven. Like, Sandy, I don't know if this is a compliment, Sandy. She said, that's really good, Jenna. I don't know. I don't see you at a loss for words very often. You know, she got me. PTTI got me today. I'm at a loss. Like, how amazing is it for a program, the heart of the owners to be, how can I help?
Yes.
The people in the community.
Yes.
And it's not even just help. He went 25 million steps beyond that to ensure that once you get in our program, you will make it, you will succeed. And you know, last month we talked about it takes a village, and these owners have a village all by themselves that has become so amazing for the community. Like, all that you're offering, how you're really trying to help them. You're not trying to put people in debt. You're trying to help them to get a job and then be able to sustain the job in whatever housing, situations they get themselves into. If they have a bad record, they still can get support. And all they got to do is, once they're done, is pay that 95, whatever the loan is that they did get. But then work out in that field and just make sure they stay certified. Like, in 6 months, it took me longer than that in college as well. Like, where was y'all at when I was going to school? Like,
it was a thought. It was a thought. Sherman probably was working on it. I don't know. But we're here now, girl. We're here. We're trying to help.
You're right.
And we're just, it's so empowering when one of my owners is in the building every single day in the trenches with us every single day. And so today, to tell you a funny story, Jen, just so you can know how real this is. Mm-hmm. So I'm hanging around because at first I'm doing the podcast from the building, right? So, we got the green screen and, I'm staying here. I'm like, I don't know, this is going to be to 8:00, 9:00 at night, girls past my bedtime. I'm just going to stay, right?
Yes.
So I'm fumbling around. And so Sherman comes walking in. The office is pretty much empty. It's just me and one other missions rep there. And he's on his way out, right? And I'm trying I'm doing that. I was like, he was like, you need to go do this from home, girl. Bye. Like, take this home. So I had the little mic that you see was not working, but whatever. I took some equipment. I'm going to come home doing my laptop. Yes. So Sherman comes in. He's like, Nicole, you have a 7-day pass? And I'm like, yeah, why? No, I didn't even say why. I said, yeah, why, you need it? And he's like, yeah, I got a student, former student here. He fell on hard times, so we're going to give him a trans pass. And I'm like thinking to myself, the funniest thing, well, that's great, but why are you explaining to me why I'm giving away the trans passes at you, boy? So, but it's just to show you where his heart is. This person is no longer in school here, fell on hard times, came to school, left with bags of groceries and a trans pass so that he could get around to where he ever needs to go over the next week. So it just shows you like the true heart and intent of the people who I am privileged to work for. And I tell people that all the time. We have our good days, we have our bad days. I'm not going to act like everything is perfect all the time, but it's more perfect than not.
I was going to say that. I know you're not tooting the horn, but I'm going to toot it for you. Y'all doing a lot more.
It's more perfect than not. And also, I think I have such a sense of pride to just say that I work for an African-American owned company that employs majority of our staff, probably 90% is African-American. and they not like penny inching. We make pretty decent money, and
Yeah.
we're out here just doing an amazing thing. And if you have an idea and it's a real idea and it's valid, they will support you from beginning to end, be it staff member or student. It's just so much support there
Mm.
that you just it's unbelievable. When I tell people about it, they're like, "Girl, you making it up," and then they come into school and they like, "Girl, you for real?" You're for real. It's real. It's
You for real.
real.
I don't believe that you're lying. I believe you're telling the truth. And
Mhm.
I am grateful because, this is a rarity. You don't see people that are really looking out for the hearts of the people. It's people that's trying to get over and things. But somebody that's really like, somebody that's graduated, done with the program, needs some support, how can we help you? That is the heart that we should want to have. My favorite, I love Cinderella. And so big, and you'd be surprised how far it go. People are going through this RC and they're trying to act up again, get it together. But people are trying to do things and build things, and like, wow, like I I I am speechless, Sandy. My heart is grateful to know that this program is available to be able to help people. I was talking to my nephew the other weekend. He went away to go to school, and I'm like, "Do you really want to be in school? You don't have to do school if you don't want to. There's other options for you." And that was the heart of tonight, letting people know you don't have to go to college. You can get a trade. And when you get that trade, that plumber, that concrete, and if they want to test out their skills in concrete, let me know. I got a home that I know of that might be serious though. Let me know. But yes, like this is amazing.
Yeah, we're doing amazing things in Philadelphia, and right now, especially now, when I feel like with how COVID has hit our community, between COVID and the crime, it's
Mm,
so needed. Like, you know, my guys come to me and they're like, I can't get a job, and things like that. I'm like, you can. And another myth I just want to address real quick, Jen, is that a lot of people believe that if you've committed a felony, you cannot get federal financial aid. It's passed around our community, unbelievable. Like, I don't even know where it's originated, but I
yes,
want to tell you it's not true.
not
You are
true.
not allowed to get federal financial aid if you sold drugs while on financial aid at the place that they were paying for you to be at. So, for example, I went to Temple, I'm on federal financial aid, and I got arrested for selling drugs on Temple's campus. That is when you're not qualified for federal financial aid.
Okay.
So like, but anything else you got going on, financial aid is available. And all of our positions, with the exception of the central processing one, because it is a healthcare course, are background friendly. So
Mm.
that's the most amazing thing, that we get to work with a bunch of employers who pay you still very, very well when you finish, and they are background friendly. So we don't care about what you did yesterday. We want to talk about you tomorrow.
Yes. Mm. Mm. Yeah, this y'all doing the thing. Hats off. Like amazing. Like friends, if you know somebody that could benefit, please share this. Um, because they could come right here and get this information, education that they need. So, like, let's talk about this too. What's the rate of once somebody does graduate, that turnover, how they are doing in the community and things of that sort?
So we don't track you per post graduation. The one thing that the Department of Labor requires us to track is placement. So
Okay,
we have a requirement, I think, to be somewhere around 65% of placements. We are exceeding that. We're tangling somewhere around the 90% mark of
I
placement
believe it.
for most of our trades. 100% for auto, which is absolutely amazing. Something like central processing, I think we're somewhere in the 70% mark. But healthcare is such an industry that you got to get in. And what I will say, share with this, with everyone, is your externship or internship is your foot in the door.
Right?
So if you know anyone who's going to go to any of our programs, when they get on their externship or internship, this is not playtime, it's go time.
Yes.
Okay, because you are on a working interview that will go
Yeah.
anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks, depending on the program you in, and then
Yeah.
it's your working interview. So you can't play around, you can't be late, and especially in the hospitals, if you are on an externship and it's 7 to 3, you need to be there at quarter up, because shift change in the hospital is at 7 sharp. Okay,
Yes.
they don't want to hear your bus was
Yes.
late. They
Yes.
don't want to hear your
Yes.
babysitter canceled.
Yes.
You know, they don't want to hear that your brother's uncle's cat, squirrel, dog got ran over by a teacup around the corner. They want to know that at 7 a.m. sharp, you are where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times those opportunities do lead to employment. So I always tell, my students, like, don't come in strong and finish weak. You gotta come in strong and finish strong.
Come on.
Okay. And when you get to that externship, that is it. That is the money ball for you, so to speak. So you need to get in there and get your best foot forward at all times.
I get up. PTTI is the place to be. I definitely got to come visit. Yeah.
Things I always like to click my little heels around the campus and show off what we do here.
Absolutely. I really am speechless. Like, this is amazing. One, you took the cake when you told me that it's African American. Sorry, the only African American school in Pennsylvania. The only African American school in Pennsylvania.
Yes. And when you come into our industrial electrician program and you see like the little PLCs we got going on, the software that we train them on, the coding they do, the light robotics, when you get down that welding area and you see the CNC laser cutting machines that we have down there that the students learn how to use, you'll see that there has been an extreme, and I'm going to use the word extreme, investment in our students, because we, a lot of people throw programs together, but this has been like a large investment into what our students need to be considered top competitors when they hit the job market.
Like, I mean, you ain't gotta tell me that y'all equipment is right. Y'all giving out transportation, y'all giving out food.
Yeah, but that wouldn't matter if you couldn't CNC cut, right? That couldn't matter if you was a TIG welder and you couldn't weld. So
man, like, this is awesome. This is amazing. I am so, and I didn't even get to talk to the young lady at the event that much. All I knew was that she said they did trade schools. It's a 6 month or 8 month program. I said, wait a minute. I just need to know more about it. How can I share that with my friends? But to now hear that somebody could go to the program and you can get financial aid, but we're not even going to hit your pockets that bag for you to get the financial aid, because we really just want to pour into you. We really just want to invest in you. We really just want to love on you, because that's what it is essentially. Because somebody else told me I couldn't do it, but I came over to PTTI and they said, all right, what program you want to do? Let's work it out. Let's get it together. Like, what? That doesn't happen everywhere.
And we have a counselor on staff, a person who assists us with, we have a housing issue, or we have this and we have that, or I have drug alcohol. So she has a lot of referrals. So when I tell you it's a wraparound intense, like, we try to figure out, okay, what's going on, what can go on, what happened, what possibly happened. And we help. I've seen my owners do amazing things for our student population, things that you would not readily see. So when I tell you amazing things that don't have nothing to do with school, nothing. You lost a loved one, we're going to send you a check towards the funeral costs. Like, when I tell you amazing things, things that have nothing to do with your education, the Department of Ed, or that fast. Nothing.
And you said it earlier. You said, like, it's that family. It's like when you come in, you have gained a family that you have no idea about, and we need that.
Yeah, and we say welcome to the family.
We need that.
Welcome to exactly. Welcome to the family.
To show that somebody cares, to show that I can go beyond the streets. I met a young man a little while ago, and we was talking about what he was going to school for, and he's going to school in New York. I said, please continue to pursue whatever it is that you want to do. Others may try to pull you down, get that crab barrel mentality and things of that sort, but you can do whatever you want. I'm going to push you up, sir, because a lot of things is happening. You also said about the crime. What is the program that you're doing with that?
So we have Urban Navigation. That's a spinoff. It's run by Don, the other partner. And so what he wants to do is just kind of take a non-traditional approach with the youth, like use dirt bikes and things like that kind of grasp their attention and say, hey, this life ain't where it's at. So Urban Navigation is building, and it's, we do a PYN summer youth program in the summer that I run through the Philadelphia Youth Network. So, I mean, when I tell you we do so many things, but so he has Urban Navigation going. And that there is just an amazing thing within itself. They have their headquarters in I think it's called the Billy Penn Building in
Mhm.
Northern Liberties, but we also have the building on North Broad, which is huge.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of, again, a lot of resources there for those participants as well.
And just to be helping that population, because crimes have gone up. I don't like watching the news because from doing therapy, I used to always hear like the stories to know this is all true. I mean, it was overwhelming, but to know that somebody is going out beyond the trenches to pull them in to let you know, hey, you don't got to be out there. What can we do to support you? You how old? Get into this program, And it's almost like he has become the uncle, that's taking in the nephews and things of that sort. That pop to those that did not have a father, that brother to those that needed a brother, that friend that somebody needed to know that, hey, we believe in you. Again, hats off. Y'all are doing it. I'm tooting all the horns that I can. Beep, beep. All of that because wow.
Yeah, we're trying.
We're trying. Stop it, Nicole. They do it. Y'all doing it. Like,
I mean, it can always be better. So we will never stop striving for perfection. But right now we are doing our best, and we will continue to do our best, and we will continue to grow, doing what we believe is needed and right by our community.
yes, it definitely is needed. It definitely is right. Like, so you said the locations. You had one on
19th and Girard, so that's headquarters where you would come to for everything. Even if you were enrolling in all, you still got to come to 19th and Girard. That's where all of the administrative people sit. So like the admissions team, financial aid, student services, career services, when you're graduating, all of those are housed at 19th and Girard. And our Ogons Avenue location, 7446 Ogons Avenue, is our auto program, and it's just auto.
Okay.
But again, so anything paperwork wise and enrolling, you still have to come to 19th and Girard. Pre-class that we host, where we teach you how to sign into your school email, because some of our population aren't ready. So we help you sign into your Outlook account that we give you. We help you get on Microsoft Teams. We teach you about all the different offices in the school, so you'll always know where to go for help and who does what. Yes. So we host that on Tuesdays. We'll be hosting one tomorrow, Tuesday. And it's called pre-class. So orientation, all of those things, those functions are housed at 19th and Girard. And we're 1901 West Girard Avenue. You can't miss this because we own the entire block. The Marine set at the corner towards the corner, and then we have the landscape all the way to the end of 20th Street. So we're right at 19th and Girard. That's where you find me every day, Monday through Friday.
Right. And that's the historic building there, right?
Yes, it is the historic building. And again, they bought that purposely when they were looking for a building and we were growing. They said, oh, Marine's up for grabs. They're out of business. They never owned the building. Let's get that building. Let's make it the first. Let's make it the first African American owned school in the state that also owns the property they sit on. So we own both locations. So we own the property that we sit on, which is important for a school. It gives us some strong foundation, and also let the community know we're in it, because you can pop up a school anywhere. These schools go in and out of business because they lease in space. When the lease is up, we close our doors and we keep it moving. So we're vested in that building, that area, and just building from there. So again, as I was sharing earlier, we are in the process to begin breaking ground in a few months on another building that we're going to put on that property there.
Yes. Amazing. Urban Evangelist, she said, is there an age limit?
Nope. We take you as old as you come, and as long as you got a high school diploma or a GED. We don't discriminate on age. So
I love that. I love that it's high school diploma or the GED.
Or GED, yeah.
Either or.
Yep. So a lot of our students got their GED incarcerated, whatever. Listen, it's the same. It's a Pennsylvania diploma. So it's the same. Don't look down on it. You got it. Good. Awesome. Let's get you to the next steps of your life.
That's it. That's the prime example of the 10 cent. You either got a nickel and 5 pennies or 10 pennies. It's the same thing. It's still got, however you had to get there.
Exactly.
You got there, and we appreciate it. We want you to be educated here at PTTI. I'm about to be their new spokesperson. I gotta get
Come on, girl. I can use it because we trying to grow.
Yes. Look, 10 years y'all been doing this. Y'all been growing already. Like even in that 10 years, and again to have property where you are and still where y'all like, this is amazing.
Yeah. So we've been in the Marine for going on 5 years. So yeah, we're doing. I've been with the company now for 3. So we're just doing an amazing thing here. So.
Yes. Yeah, I gotta come visit. Urban Evangelist, I love Urban Evangelist. She is one to go out into the trenches to help people as well. And she says she has a lot of hood sons that need a place to go.
Send them my
And
way. 856-426-6600. Send
yes,
them my
yes.
way.
Look, she
We
said,
got
I'll be
them.
an advocate for this because that's it. You have some guys out there, some ladies out there that could really benefit from that and their love. And Urban Evangelist is one to give them that love as well. And to be able to connect them with another program that's giving them more love. Like they're not even going to know how to contain themselves with all the love, all the hope, all the encouragement that they're getting between her and y'all. That's about to be a dynamic duo there too because she's going to send some people. Oh, this is amazing. So it's no age limit. Just have your GED or your high school diploma right here in Philadelphia, right here doing the thing. I mean, I just got to go back, say a couple things that have stood out to me. This is the only African American owned institution here in Pennsylvania.
In the entire state. Isn't that crazy?
They offer transportation. If you can't get there, they'll help you get to them. You just got to go that first week. And then the rest of the time in the program, they will give you a transfer to get there.
Yep.
If you need lunch,
We got
we
you.
provide lunch for you.
We got you.
It's a different world because if I don't take lunch, I work downtown. It's a crime if I don't take lunch because them places around there they get you. They add up after a while. Oh, but you could get lunch going to school. When I went to school, I had to pay for the meal plan.
We'll have one.
Oh my goodness. And then you got a food pantry if they need food to take home because that is a stressor. And sometimes people aren't as open to share because they're ashamed of things of that sort. But it's not even about that over at PTTI. They love you.
We do.
How I know because everything they didn't say that they offer. That's love.
And Jim, we also have work study like the colleges would have, so our students can get little jobs helping out around the building if they're in need of some, money or financial stability for a little bit. There, we do have opportunities for them. So it's not technically work study because we're training school, but we make it work study.
I love it. Like y'all going above me. Someone else you said I love. It's not what you go through, but what you get through. And you guys, what's something that you didn't tell me? Because I still just blown away by all that you have said. Like, did we miss anything? Did we say, friends, y'all got any more questions? Because I am just, I think y'all need to just give her a call. Find out how y'all can get connected. Nicole Powers, 856-426-6600. Empower.
myself.
PTT.edu. Was that right? PTT.edu?
Yep, PTT.edu. Yeah.
Y'all give her a ring. Y'all give her an email. Over there on Gerard, they are doing a thing. Like, yo, this is like really, really amazing. I feel like who can I tell? Like, who else needs to know this? Like, friends, please share with your friends and they share with their friends because each one, reach one, teach one, have one. This is an amazing program. I still am amazed even with the financial piece of it, where y'all still not trying to hit people's pockets. Though you're coming here for the 6 months, you're going to get the education that you need and you can go into a job. Amazing. Let's talk about this. Do you have students that finish the program then start their own businesses in the areas?
We do a lot. If you come into our building, we have a rotating. So there's always students on our screens when you come in. When you come in the front of us, there's a screen, and then there's 2 large screens. And even in the admissions office at all times, the videos are looping. And so we have one video, which is very inspiring, of a concrete student who had a basketball scholarship to college, and he got in trouble. So we kind of tossed it away, got arrested, did a little bit of time, and came out, and came to our school for a concrete program. And now he's actually hiring some of our students for his company. But he talks about how he kind of got off path, and his mom wasn't able to see him graduate from PTTI because that was her dream, that he finished post-secondary school. At that time, it was supposed to be college, but he was able to finish the program, and he came back, and he kind of hopes that he's making his mom proud. I know no doubt he's making his mom proud because again, it's not what you go through, it's what you get through. And he was able to get out, learn his lesson, pick himself up, and come back and say, you know what, I need to get certified in something. Picked up concrete, got licenses, started his own business, and now it's coming back saying, who y'all got that you need me to hire because I got a job. So our students do it a lot, which is amazing to me. to always see a lot of our electrical students go into business for themselves too. It's just, it's just really what you want to do with your future when you finish.
Yes, like what? Got in trouble, came over to y'all, and now I'm hiring some of my fellow classmates because I want them to do good too. And that's amazing too of how you planted that seed in him, and now he's coming back to plant seeds in some others, to water to some others, to be there for some others.
Pay it forward. Pay it forward.
Pay it forward. I'm gonna pay it forward to friends. Tonight's guest is Nicole Powers from Philadelphia Technician Training Institute. You can call her at 856-426-6600. You can email her at empowers@ptt.edu. If you know somebody that has a high school diploma or a GED and they are looking to do something beyond their scope of what they see right now, you tell them to go check out my friends over at PTT. Let me see. Urban Evangelist said, I sent a few young men that completed a program for men. They received car fare, gift cards from Walmart, 2 brand new suits. They were certified in Safe Serve, OSHA 10, and forklift. I definitely send people. This is amazing. So she sent to that program. She's going to send it to y'all program too.
Okay.
Come on, Urban. They need them. Like, they're giving out love over here. We want to keep sharing this. We want to keep helping everybody to know. And how fitting, though. This goes so well with last month's theme, It Takes a Village. Like, y'all is y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like, this is amazing. The only African American one, hats off for that, to be able to come together to do this, and then to bring the other position that he brought, the manufacturing automation. The amazing part too is that he's going into some fields that was maybe secluded to us, but now we can get in there because he's helping us to be educated, to have the skills. And then you're doing she said they're no longer functioning. Can you put the information on the screen? Yes, this is our information right here at the bottom, Urban Evangelist. You can screenshot it and be sure to reach out to her. I don't know my thought of what I was saying, but just it's amazing. The love that you're giving, the insight that you have to see how the system works and to say, but how can I make this system better? And that's what they did when they brought this together. Like,
it's funny, Jim, because I was a recruiter by background. I worked in HR as a recruiter, and it's the crazy story is somehow I happened into a welfare to work program where I was volunteering on Thursday nights. And then from there, I started working there because I was like, oh, I can help. I can use all my HR skills to tell you how to get through the interview, how to land a job.
Yes.
And I quickly realized while working there, it's too late. You got to get them at the education level because we're too late. We're behind the 8 ball now. I'm trying to tell somebody who ain't never been on a job interview, ain't never thought about getting a job, ain't been to school, how to go interview. You need to wear black stockings, black shoes, a suit, whatever. It's too late. So I jumped into education because I was like, I can have impact a little earlier on. And so I weaved and bobbed. And it's funny how, all of my experiences, I wouldn't trade them for anything in the world. But I'm now here and I'm like, this is amazing. Like that path I was on, it was for a reason. And it led me to where I'm at now. And I feel like I'm having the most impact out of all of my jobs. So yeah, so I'm like, okay, I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm home. I'm with family.
and that's a word to some of my chosen friends that are listening, because sometimes we go through different things like, well, what is going on? Why am I in this? Why am I in it? It helps you to get to your ultimate end. And not to say like this is the end all be all for you, but all of those experiences help you for your next. So even though you crying, snotting, and tearing right now, the next is going to be amazing. And those skills that you gained, that, heartbreak, that, disappointment, that great moment that you had, it all helps you for where you're going. And over at PTT, they are doing it. I love the piece of, preparing them for interviews and things, because I don't know that they did that for me either at the college that I went to. I'm finding out that I didn't get all the bangs for my bucks that I should have gotten. But amen. But to be able to help somebody with an interview, to know how to go through their process, that email piece, you'd be surprised how many college students I know that still don't got the email piece together. But but just to be able to help them with those pieces that they need to be what it is that they're trying to be.
Right, exactly.
And then that counselor on staff to be able to support, because life happens too. And even in you coming and trying to get what you need, Life is like throwing bricks at you. You're like, well, can I take one more? But to know that somebody is there that cares for you, that wants you to do good, like, this is amazing. Yeah, you guys have left me speechless on tonight. So to the staff of, your organization, I say thank you. I'm definitely going to come visit. I'm going to work it out so I can come over here and get a tour and
Come
things
check
like
us
that.
out.
Friends, I'm gonna do a little video too. I'm gonna be like, these are our friends at PTTI. Y'all come and check them out because I approve this message. This has been amazing.
I approve this message.
Yes, this has been amazing just to know again that I can't tell you how important it is, and I remember when I started my internship, actually, no, not my internship. I don't remember my internship. Nevertheless, I was going out to see a family when I first started doing therapy. And I went to a house and the family just told me, thank you. They said so many people kept saying they were coming and they never came. But because I came, they were so appreciative. And for this program, I say thank you. So many programs thought that they could start and did not start, or started and then gave up because they was on that lease. They didn't purchase the ground. So it's a different kind of investment when you're really trying to do what it is that you're doing. And you all have gone above and beyond. I'm grateful for you all. I'm grateful. I'm sure they all come and tell y'all thank you, but I'm going to say thank you too. Oh, so good. What is something that you want to leave us out with? Sorry, hold on. Before we do that, I just want to get my soapbox real quick. So, friends, every child doesn't have to go to college. That's not for everybody. These trades are just as important. Learning how to do concrete, electrician. You had an electrician?
Yes, industrial electrician. Yeah.
Yes. Doing this central process and doing this welding, doing this sprinkler, not just the sprinklers outside, but the sprinklers in the building. Because if we build it and it burned down and we ain't got no sprinklers, what was the purpose? I love it too. Because we build a lot of stuff and we don't put the pieces that we need because we just want the 3 pigs, that stick house did not work out, that hay house did not work out, but that brick. You got to make sure that foundation is good. So good. Friends, if you know somebody and college is not for them, this may be the door for them. Open up that door, let them go through it. Don't be upset if your baby's not going to college. College is not for everybody. College, and it's expensive, so they don't waste your money. Really have that conversation with them to find out what's going on. Send them over there to PT, because they're going to help y'all. They're going to help us to do whatever it is in the 6 months or 8 months, and then we'll get a job and be doing amazing things. So again, you've got options. You do not have to go the road that everybody else is going because. And that's funny in life too, because you're trying to go on the road everybody else is going on, and it's not for you. You wasted some time when you could have been going the way you were supposed to be going. So find your path, whatever it is. Just knowing that you've got options. Nicole, what's something you want us to walk away with?
Just honestly, Jen, that we're here. We're here, arms open, doors open. We're here, Monday through Friday, fighting the good fight. And that. I don't think that there's a trade school out there, and I would challenge anyone to name one that genuinely pours into their students the way we do, because those trans passes are not free. We don't get them from SEPTA. SEPTA don't say, hey, y'all nonprofit, you take all 198 of these trans passes and owe us when you can. So if you even think about the weekly expense we're putting out, getting weekly trans passes for students, it's just we're here. I mean, we're here in real time and we're doing what we believe needs to get done or be done in order for our students to have a chance. And that's what we want to give them, is a chance, an opportunity, a glimmer of hope. So, those are the things that are important to us. This is why we say choose PTTI, because we're going to help you as much as we can get to the finish line. Now, we will care for you. We can't carry you, but we will be here with you to get to where you need to be. And so and that's just what it is with us. And it's just, I'm a very direct person. I tell my students all the time, I ain't going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you're going to hear and what you need to hear so we can get to the next piece of this conversation. Yeah. So, but we're here and we do things that, are just simply amazing and, out of the box, like just, I don't know one competitor, and I don't even think we have competitors. That's the running joke in my office. We would have to be in the same thing to have a competitor, but not any of our fellow competitor trade schools that may teach some of the programs. Like they might have one here and one here. they're not going to do it the way we're doing it, because the second you say I can't get to school, they're going to say clock's ticking. Federal financial aid said after 10 days we got to drop you. Day 2, day 3, still can't get here. Hello, nope. 4, 5, 6, and then we ain't even gonna call no more, because 7, 8, 9, 10 clock ran out. We keep you fast for what they say we can keep, and adios amigos. So with our program, we're on the phone every day. Day 2, we're like, oh, where you at? What's going on? You missing? What's wrong? You need a ride? Something wrong? Like, what's going on? So we're here and we care, and it's always going to set us apart. And so there is no competition in my mind, because they're never going to do it the way we do it. So we're here.
Period.
They're
never going to do it how they do it. They know too much. I just told y'all that I went to a college, a couple of them, and they didn't do all that they do. Reach out. Urban Evangelist said, do you have volunteers?
Volunteers for what piece? What do you mean?
Okay. All right. If you could share with us what you're asking about with the volunteers, Urban, and we'll be sure to ask that question. This has been amazing. You can check them out online at ptt.edu to find out all that is going on. Nicole has given her information. Friends, do me a favor. Don't call her at crazy hours.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, this is my real phone, folks. But what do you mean by volunteers? Volunteers to help out at the school, or?
So she maybe bring that back up. But once she pulls it up, I'll definitely pull that up. But yes, I don't want to digress. Y'all don't call her crazy hours. Call it during regular hours. She'll get back to you and to connect. She said anything to assist at the school.
Typically, no, because information is protected by FERPA. In the medical world, it's called HIPAA, and in the education world, it's called FERPA, which is Federal Education Rights Protection Act. And so a violation of that is very costly. So typically, it's not worth to any school to really have volunteers, especially when you're dealing with student data. You need to be an employee under a contracted, going through a criminal background check, and child abuse clearance, and whatever you need to have on file. So typically we really don't do volunteers at our school, because it's too sensitive, too much sensitive information.
Got it. I mean, I'll bring my clearances. I just want to see what's going on. I'm excited because y'all.
No, you can come on in and come by. And if we have like a food drive or a clothing drive, then that's something different. But just to volunteer inside the school, it's just too much confidential information. That's why you probably never see a volunteer at the doctor's office for the most part. And you might see a couple candy stripers in the hospital, but they're not privy to nothing.
Yeah. And we talked about that, the professionals and things. Sometimes, again, everybody gets it wrong. Sometimes people share too much. I saw a young lady get in trouble the other day posting about the babies. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. I'm very protective of my students, their information. Yeah. Someone will come to me and say, well, why you didn't tell me? And I'm like, well, you didn't need to know. Like, it was a problem. I solved it. It's their personal business. Yeah. I didn't feel as though we needed to have a conversation with 38 people. So, so it's pretty much what you need to know. So we try to respect everyone's privacy.
I appreciate that. Again, friends, check out Philadelphia Technician Training Institute. They are doing the dang thing. She come out, they tried. No, they're doing it. They're giving you certification, they're giving you food, they're giving you love. They're making sure that even if you graduated years ago, that you're still getting the support that you need. So again, if you know somebody that could benefit, send them right on over and check it out. It will be amazing. It will be worth it. And again, you've got options. And you could be 62 up in there, like, how you do this? Don't electrocute yourself. Make sure you talk to the teachers as you need it. But you go in there and have fun and learn the different things, because you are needed. Finding your way is what we're all about on tonight. So thank you.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you for having me, Jen. This was fun. It was exciting. I'm always nervous when I do things. I did something with the councilman a couple months ago, and I was nervous. But I think when I get into the flow and I'm talking about what I'm truly passionate about, it just seems like I relax. But I do sincerely appreciate you having me and giving me the opportunity to tell your followers about what it is we do at Philadelphia Technician Training Institute. So I do appreciate you, and you keep doing what you're doing, because you are, when I worked in Camden, I used to run a youth GED dropout program. I would say Camden was resource rich and information poor. Mm-hmm. So it was our resources, but no one knew how to get them, and no one knew how to access them, because the information just wasn't streamlined and it wasn't put out there. So you being a vessel to put information out there is a blessing within itself. So I want to encourage you in this moment to keep doing what you're doing, because what you're doing is truly needed, because we can have so many resources. We can have so many good things going on. It could be a food pantry giveaway over here. Somebody be doing a toy drive over here for Christmas. Someone could be giving out coats in the middle of the winter. But if don't nobody know, and it's not a coordinated strike of information or sharing of the information, it's all for nothing. So I just want to take this moment to tell you, you keep up what you're doing, because it is having impact. It will have impact, and you are doing something amazing, because just sharing knowledge, sharing information within itself, that's a blessing. And you are probably a blessing to so many who you don't even know that you are probably affecting and empowering and helping. And so you just keep up what you're doing, girl. Keep it up.
Good friends. I did not charge or give her any money for that. I randomly just, I called after I found out about the resource. And again, I am truly, truly grateful just to be able to help somebody else, to be able to share. I always start off with a prayer all the time that whoever tunes in gets what they need to hear. And I'm always grateful for the guests that come on, because they don't have to. And I appreciate you sharing your heart. I appreciate you sharing about the amazingness that you guys are doing. And I just hope that, again, y'all continue to blossom over there. You continue to blossom as you connect and, support those youth as well. Not really youth, but you know what I mean.
I have youth in the summer program, but I got you.
But as you support those that come through the door, and again, yes, I'm coming over to visit. I will check in. I'm gonna post a picture of y'all and let y'all know where y'all could come, what the building look like, in case y'all wasn't sure when I told y'all the address, what it looked like. I'm gonna let y'all know, because y'all need to go, because they're doing amazing. So thank you so very much. And I'm gonna be in touch to see how else I can support and help too.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. We appreciate you. You stay safe and stay strong. You keep fighting your good fight. We're going to keep fighting ours.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Oh, no. Thank you again so very much, man. You have a great evening. And again, I definitely will be in touch to see how we can connect.
Okay. Take care, Jen. Thank you for your time. Bye, guys. Thank you. PTTI is out.
Yes. Thank you so much to Nicole Powers of Philadelphia Technician Training Institute. Friends, that was amazing. I mean, I really was speechless. A good portion of that interview, like, what? Y'all doing what? Again, why? And the amazing part is, it's a fraction of what the cost is for college. And they're giving you so much more. So if college is not the route that you want to go, you got options. And I want everybody to know that. Sometimes you'll ask kids what they want to be when they grow up, and they'll say something, and it's not in the parameter of what we thought it should be. Or but when you really find out this thing called life, it really is a different world. You get older, and what you thought you was going to be didn't kind of work out how you thought that it would. So again, know that you've got options no matter what age. She said 17 up to 62. So if you find yourself anywhere in between there, guess what? They got what you need too, okay? Urban Evangelist Jen rocks. You rock, Urban Evangelist. I love you so much. You said I'm shocked, Jen. I'm shocked too. Like, what? You know how much I paid and paid, but that's another conversation. Yes. Okay. So let me get myself together, because that's amazing. Y'all check them out. Share. Don't forget our quote of the day. Never be afraid to try something new. Remember, amateurs built the art, but professionals built the Titanic. Friends, don't be afraid to try something new. And there are some jobs that you're currently doing that you may not like. There are some jobs that you're doing because it just helps you. On Sunday, my man of God preached about not settling. So don't settle. If it's something else that you want to do, you've got options. You can pursue that dream that is within you, okay? So good. A couple of announcements, not really. Just join us next week. Next week, we're going to have my friends from the Divine Nine, the Greek Life. We're going to have Michael, Tiffany, David, Joe, and Victoria for Greek Life. Next Monday, September 12th, right here at 8 p.m. If you don't know, A Different World is one of my favorite shows. I have watched season 1 through 6 a gazillion times. I have randomly found A Different World group on Facebook, and you can't tell me nothing. We're talking about the episodes, and I remember everything that they put out there. They be trying to say Dwayne and Whitley shouldn't have been together. They're not true Different World fans. Or maybe they are. I just don't agree with them. I feel like Dwayne and Whitley were supposed to be together. But guess what? here or there, I love it. Why? Because in this world, it is a different world. How we thought that things would go may not go, and that's what this thing was about. But the thing is to know that you got options, whatever it is that you're hoping to do. So join us next week as we will have those friends from Greek life to talk about what it's like being on a sorority, what it's like being in a fraternity, and to learn the truth because there's a lot of myths going around. And guess what? These are all African American started organizations, and I am so excited to have them come on next week. I feel like that is all I have for you on tonight. Thank you so very much for joining us. I'm still speechless from all that Nicole shared, but I just want to share that thing one more time that she said. She said, it's not what you go through, but what you get through. Friends, you've got options. It's a different world, and we have all been through some things, but guess what? We made it through. And if we keep on going, we'll keep on getting through. So don't give up on you. I love you all for real. You've got options in this different world. Until next time, love you all.